FSB, Florida Sports Broadcasting, is proud to bring you high school basketball. Today, it's a Clay County boys showdown as Middleburg visits Clay High School. Live from the Clay High School Gymnasium. Tonight's game is being brought to you by the Clay County Tourism Department, Mr. Chubby's Wings, the First Baptist Church of Orange Park, New Teeth Now, the RCC Church, and the United Soccer Alliance.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Everyone from the time you walk into the door to every part of the process that has been done. When you come in, they're solely taking care of you. Thanks to New Teeth Now, I'm just going to be honest with you, I feel good.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No more gum disease, no more teeth falling out, no more self-doubt. You feel better, you look better, and it's a better way of life.
Well, good evening and welcome to Clay High School along with Doug Dieters. I'm Ray Canterbury, and tonight we've got a great basketball game coming your way as Clay takes on Middleburg. These are two teams, Doug, that are having success this year, and I think this may be a pivotal game in each team's season.
Yeah, and this is a district game. This is a county rivalry game, so it's going to be huge. As you can see, we got a lot of people here. It's going to be a really, really fun night. We're so excited that you guys have chosen our game for tonight.
Clay, they've had a couple of big wins this year, including at the Raider Dome against Orange Park.
Absolutely.
They have to be confident coming into this one.
They are. Really young team. You're going to see a young team for the most part. You'll see all these guys for another season. Alex Brown is one of our best scorers that you're going to see. And then also keep your eye on number 3, Xavier Longmire. Those are probably going to be, if Middleburg's going to win this game, they're going to have to try to contain, shut down one or both of those guys.
Middleburg having a great season, and their team, we probably won't see them go too deep into their bench.
Well, we'll see. And the thing when I was looking at some of their stats, the big thing I saw, Middleburg 4-0 on the road, undefeated on the road. So, and they've been in some hostile environments. So we'll see how they're going to handle this hostile environment too. But 4-0 on the road is pretty impressive.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have more in a moment on FSB. The United Soccer Alliance is a full-service soccer club for all ages. The United Soccer Alliance will train your child with professionally licensed coaches. And make sure you check out the United Sports Alliance's flag football program. For more information about soccer and the flag football program, go to unitedsocceralliance.org.
What is it that moves you? Is it cruising endless miles through woodlands and wildlife? Or maybe it's indulging on the fresh, local flavors of the South. For some, it might be embarking on a voyage through historic landmarks. And for others, it could mean unwinding on serene waterways. Whatever it is that moves you, Clay County invites you to explore your passion. Follow us toward the path less traveled and immerse yourself in an authentic Florida experience. Visit exploreclay.com and plan your stay today.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Everyone from the time you walk into the door to every part of the process that has been done. When you come in, they're solely taking care of you. Thanks to new teeth now, I'm just going to be honest with you. I feel good.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No more gum disease, no more teeth falling out, no more self-doubt. You feel better, you look better, and it's a better way of life.
Welcome back to Clay High School. I'm Ray Canaveria, and tonight we've got a good one, as it'll be Clay taking on Middleburg on the campus of Clay High School. Very loud gym here for sure, as both teams settle in and get ready for the tip-off of this one. And I'm joined tonight by Doug Dieters, who's off getting starting lineups. Middleburg comes into this game with an 11-2 record, and their last loss came back on January the 4th when they lost 51-37 to Yulee, but you'd have to go all the way back to December the 1st for their previous loss, their second loss of the year, but it was the first this year, as they lost to PK Young 70-61. So Middleburg, they're kind of the unknown, Doug. We don't quite know what to expect. I haven't seen them play. I know Coach Sean Sweeney does a great job with them.
Yeah, Coach Sweeney coming in here. I think this is his second year with the program. Doing a great job, making sure they're scheduling properly. This is going to be a big test. Thursday night game, end of the week, heading into a holiday weekend. We got a nice packed crowd here tonight. Should be really, really fun.
Well, I know Clay always brings out the pregame festivities,
yes.
And we'll go to dark, and the starting lineup will be announced. And is this a game, you being a coach here at Clay? By the way, for those that don't know, and I think most know, Doug is the girls basketball coach here at Clay. Middleburg just down the road. Is this a rival game?
Absolutely, yeah. Big-time rivalry in all sports. Every county game that we have against each other, it's always a rivalry. Of course, I think if we had to flip a coin, Middleburg is probably going to go with Ridgeview. We're probably going to go with Fleming Isle. It's a historic rivalry. But this is kind of one of those, Duke, North Carolina State kind of rivalries. Michigan State kind of rivalries. Maybe not their main one, but still means a whole lot to both programs.
Tell me about this Clay team and what makes them go and who makes them go.
As I said before, you're going to see number 3, Xavier Longmire, who's going to be probably going to play the most minutes. He's going to be a very, very versatile player. He can shoot the 3, he can drive, play really hard defense. Alex Brown, number 12, small guard. He's kind of like, I like to call him the microwave, kind of like Vinnie Johnson back with the Detroit Pistons. He's going to really go in there and be aggressive and look to get some buckets.
Wow, you're aging yourself to bring the microwave out.
And then in the interior, Merrick Raposa, quarterback, we all know him. He'll be the one with the flowing blonde hair we talked about. But he'll do a really good job tonight in the interior. Watch Levi Chamora coming off the bench. Very, very athletic kid.
So we've got the national anthem coming up, and of course, Jared Moses is the head coach here at Clay. He's the athletic director. He's done a great job with this program.
Yeah, absolutely. And today he's doing a really, really awesome job.
Singing our national anthem.
Whose brush and
That was pretty awesome.
Right.
Who was that?
That was Leah Colson, one of our great students here, a junior here. Amazing singer, very amazing singer. She is awesome. Yeah, if you want to book her, just have them call me up.
Okay, are you her agent?
I can be her agent.
All right.
For a nominal fee.
All right. Do we have the starting lineups here, Mr. Dieters?
Yeah, we actually had a little bit of a change. We got number 0, BJ Carter. For Middleburg, number 1, Jared Rozier. Number 10, Landon Seago. Number 12, Nate Lowry. And rounding out the lineup is going to be a senior, Aiden Farber, number 33. And for the folks at home, Clay has the best pregame here in Northeast Florida. And I think you can attest to that.
I saw it at the girls' game.
Absolutely. So let's get ready to have a little fun here.
We'll go dark. Don't be scared if you're afraid of the dark. I love this.
And if you see our student section, if they can pan over there, they'll put their lights on here over in the far right. And it's camo night for the students' theme tonight.
Awesome. There you see the student section.
And now here's the starting lineup for your Clay High Blue Devils.
And we'll just kind of let you watch and listen in.
Number 12, Alexander Brown. Number 4, DJ Sweeney.
Pretty good football player, DJ.
Absolutely.
Number 15, Derek Raposa.
He's an okay football player.
Yeah, and a science fair winner and a 4.0 student. Poor guy.
You know, I was interested to find out.
And number 3, the X-Man, Xavier Alpine.
And I know this because I saw him in baseball, but really, people have told me that baseball really is his sport, and that's what he loves doing, and maybe his most productive, talented sport.
You know, the young man spent, and let's give credit to our public address announcer, Justin Moses, brother of Coach Jared Moses. Got the ponytail look going. It's the first time I've seen the ponytail look on Merrick, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, in the summertime, he'd be morning football practice. He'd make it to basketball practice about mid-morning, early afternoon, and then he'd have a baseball game that night. So yeah, busy young man. And we got Madison Garza, one of my managers here on the basketball team. She does a phenomenal job with me.
All right, yeah, she did a great job on the scoreboard last time. That's why we rehired her. So we're ready to go. Raposa will jump center for Clay. Trying to get a number, and it is tipped in the air and controlled momentarily by Middleburg, and it will remain a Middleburg basketball.
Yep, and the Clay High Blue Devils will come out starting out. Minutemen!
There you go. You had to get your
My Bill Rafferty fix in.
Farber will inbound the ball. Rozier will come away with it. As Clay going to go man defensively to start out. Farber with a crossover. Hounded by Swilly. Seago, long three, left-hand side, is hauled in. And a good pass underneath, but a block and a foul, and then they get Raposa for that one.
Yeah, you don't like that if you're Coach Moses starting out with an offensive rebound. You didn't box out and getting a couple of free throws.
Lowry in the line to shoot 2.
So it'll be Lowry, Nate Lowry, the sophomore.
Really going to be an interesting matchup, and I know you talked about maybe Middleburg doesn't go so deep, but with BJ Carter down there, can Raposa get him in a little bit of foul trouble? We'll see early, and maybe that may be one of the keys Coach Moses has in his offensive game plan to try to get Middleburg in some foul trouble early.
Obviously, that was the first foul on Raposa. Second one by Lowry is good, and it is Middleburg taking the first lead of the game.
Definitely a quick sub on that.
Longmire will have the basketball. Raposa back to Longmire. Deep on the left side, his shot off and hauled in underneath by Middleburg. Farber, Swilly on him.
Yeah, DJ Swilly, really quick defensive player, quick hands.
Rozier with a scoop. Raposa with a rebound. Quickly up the floor, it's Swilly. His shot no good.
A little out of control. Had Floyd and Alex Brown on his right. Probably should have kicked it out on that one.
Rozier. Kelly, Jesse Kelly, the sophomore. Farber bobbled it, got it back. His pass broken up, loose at the baseline, and it'll be a Clay basketball.
Yeah, and then you see those quick hands by Swilly, able to get over there and get lots of ball out.
What do you think is important in the first 5 minutes of this game, Coach, for both teams?
Well, for both teams, I think it's Middleburg kind of weather the storm, and I think Middleburg wants to prove, like, hey, we got an 11-2 record. We're a good basketball team, and I know someone's questioning the schedule a little bit, and is this going to be one of their toughest games? So we'll see. Can they weather that Clay storm? So far, pretty good.
Floyd Reed sent it out left. Longmire with a shot. He got it.
Yeah, and if you can get Xavier Longmire going early, that's going to be huge for Clay.
First triple of the night, obviously, for him. Lowry, Farber, Swilly again. It looks like his assignment is to guard Farber. Ooh, looked like a travel, no whistle. Turn inside the lane, and Longmire with a rebound. His pass for Swilly. Raposa came away with it and finished.
Yeah, fortunate on that one. We saw he had a guy on his left that he didn't see. And as we see, we got some Fleming Island kids coming in here.
Yeah.
If you don't see it, they're coming to scout the game. They probably got both teams on the schedule. We got them next Friday night.
Shot from the left wing by Lowry. It's good. And that's a triple for him. He has all 4 Middleburg points. Good glide by Longmire. No good. Raposa in with the rebound. Oh, a travel going to be whistled on Floyd. Send it back over to Middleburg.
Yeah, and probably one of the things that Longmire needs to work on is when he goes in, he almost has to always try to make a spectacular layup move. I think Coach wants him to try to go up stronger, looking to get contact. I think if you'll watch Ray, you'll probably see him when he goes up trying to avoid the contact and make a difficult shot.
Swilly going to get called for that foul. Really no reason to commit that foul in the Middleburg backcourt.
Yeah, certainly don't want to get 2 fouls here in the first half, but he's got 1 already.
Rozier and a hand check going to be called on Alexander Brown, the sophomore. 3rd team foul now on Clay.
Yeah, and Alex Brown is a really good addition. Moved into the area, was at, I believe, West Side last year, but he's been just really given an offensive spark that the Blue Devils have really needed. In fact, had a big 22 to 25 points, I can't remember, against Orange Park, and was really key in almost in a comeback win over Oakleaf.
Rozier, Lowry, good bounce pass, and a foul on Middleburg. Moving screen, I believe they whistled the violation. And that's the first team foul on Middleburg. Garrett Binford on the camera tonight. Doug Dieters, I'm Ray Canaveri, and as Doug mentioned, Matty Garza running the scoreboard tonight. Glad you're with us on FSB. Swilly works on Lowry and lost the handle. A reach-in going to be called there, or an offensive foul, it looks like.
Yeah, that's offensive. That's 2 on Swilly. Again, if I'm sure the people saw it at home. You saw Alex Brown wide open in the corner. Got to penetrate. If you don't have it, you get that double, triple team. Somebody's open. You got to kick it out. And I'm sure Coach is going to let him know that right now when he comes off. And we got 5 team fouls for both teams here. Not quite, barely 3 minutes into the game.
Here's a Marion Brown, the sophomore, checking in for Swilly. I believe that's who he came in.
A little bit curious of how much subbing Middleburg has been doing here early in the game. Really trying to maybe keep Clay a little confused, having different personnel coming in and out.
Next week we'll be in Fleming Island for the doubleheader. We start with the girls at 6 o'clock, and then the boys. What a great atmosphere that will be, I'm sure.
Both teams are looking forward to it. Both fan bases are looking forward to it. It should be fun.
There's a great steal by Brown. He'll lay it up and can't finish. Farber able to get the rebound.
Yeah, good defense there. I was expecting some contact, kind of laid off a little bit, made it a tough shot.
Farber's pass broken up. Here's Brown again. Can't get the pass completed, and another turnover gives it back to the Broncos. Farber. Jacob Luce, who just checked into the game. Another turnover, and both teams being a little careless with the basketball, Doug.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit surprising, actually. I kind of thought both teams would be a little bit sharper coming out here. One thing we do have to keep in mind with the weather that we had, our games on Tuesday were canceled, so this is the first time these guys have played here in maybe a week, or at least for Clay, it's been the first time they played in a week or so. Floyd
Reed missed the shot, and Rozier at the other end had it stripped. Brown came away with it. He'll launch it to Brown in the front court. Got it.
Great pass. Great find.
That was Alexander Brown to a Marion Brown. Longmire pulls down the board.
Yeah, good defense by Raposa, just jumping straight up, both hands up.
Longmire a little out of control, couldn't get the shot to go.
Yeah, and I think you're probably going to say that a few times tonight, Ray, when he goes for those layups.
Loose. Good pass inside, but Brady Ryan wasn't able to finish, and now we've got a foul on Middleburg, and they are going to give the basketball to Clay. Second team foul on Middleburg, and a couple more changes as Lowry checks back in, and they will also bring Chico Ali, the junior, in.
Yeah, looks like they're going pretty deep. I know we didn't think they were going to go too deep into their bench. They've done it really early here.
Longmire will call the play in the backcourt, and then a 30-second timeout called by Jared Moses. Your impressions of Clay so far, Coach Dieters?
I'd like to see them a little bit more, I think, in control. Again, you know, we kind of talked about, I think they've missed some shooters on the drive. So I think coaches probably tell them, hey, when you're driving, you want to get those 2 feet into the paint. But again, if you're double teamed or even triple teamed, you're going to have a shooter out there. Kick it out to him, spot up, and you know, again, with Alex Brown, if you can get him open, and Floyd Reed, number 1, 2 really good shooters, especially when they're open and able to spot up, especially on a driving kick.
Make sure you like FSB on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and I guess I'll start calling it X. It's still Twitter to me.
It's a little bit, yeah. Slowly but surely.
And of course, make sure you subscribe to the FSB YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, and I've had several people come up to me going, hey, what's the website? I want to watch during the game while you're in the stadium. So it's awesome experience.
Longmire go out on the left-hand side of Marion Brown. Try to hit Longmire with a pass down low. Good cut by Longmire, but it's slapped over the baseline by Middleburg. Nice atmosphere at the gym tonight. Happy you're with us for the ride as Floyd Reed will trigger it in.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of chatter around the campus today about kids ready to come for this game. And actually, unfortunately, had a soccer game canceled, so there's probably a few more soccer kids in here as well.
Oh, the girls' game was canceled?
The girls' game was canceled apparently as there were couldn't get referees.
Oh.
So if you're interested in becoming a referee, contact the Florida High School Athletic Association.
Alley drove along the baseline and now pulled it out high. He'll work on Raposa.
And that's coach's promise will be nice.
Boy, what great defense by Merrick Raposa.
Yeah, and again, you know, just going straight up, making them make a difficult shot. Coaches will live with a difficult shot made as long as you're playing fundamental defense.
Longmire. Alexander Brown to the cup. And he's fouled on the way there. They're going to get Brady Ryan, for that foul.
Yeah, we'd like to see again with Longmire's kind of being a little bit more like Brown. When Brown drives, he's going straight to the basket. He's going to look for the contact. Xavier is so athletically gifted. He's able to make those really, really difficult shots. I think Coach would like to see him get to the free throw line a little bit more. And again, that's one of the great things that we've got with this with Alex Brown coming in.
First shot by Alexander Brown is good.
And here's a guy I said we wouldn't need to look out for coming in. This is Levi Chamora, one of our dual sport athletes. He's a baseball player as well with Raposa. Really, really, really high leaper. So you're going to be able to see him. He's going to jump out of the gym if you give him a chance.
Second shot by Brown is good. I love kids that can make free throw shots. I love pros that can make free throw shots.
We definitely love kids that can make free throw shots.
Yeah. Farber to the left side of the floor. Luce couldn't hang on to it, but rounded it back up. Good pump fake, and he's fouled on the way there. I think they're going to get Alexander Brown for that foul. And this will be 2 shots coming up for Jacob Luce, the 5'10 senior. Well, I'm actually glad that girls' soccer game got canceled. Most of my team is on either Oakleaf or Clay.
Yeah. Well,
so I was disappointed I couldn't go watch.
You know, kudos to our soccer coach, Stephanie Waugh. There was a scheduling conflict for Oakleaf earlier, so their senior night was canceled. So the game was originally supposed to be at Clay. So Coach Waugh graciously said, we'll come over to you guys so you can have your senior night, which was an awesome gesture. Unfortunately, the referees, just not enough officials to get that game covered.
So Luce makes 1 of 2.
And actually wanted to mention Coach Waugh. She's a Clay County Coach of the Month.
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
Does a phenomenal job with the girls' soccer program. And there's one of the shooters, Reed, a little bit off on that one. But I think Coach Moses is probably happy. I don't think he feels that they played particularly well, especially got Alex Brown with a couple fouls. Having a 4-point lead here at the end of the first quarter, he probably have to take it.
Out high, it's Kobe Garcia who's just come into the game, and Longmire going to get called for the foul. I'm sorry, Jesse Kelly, not Garcia. And
that should be 2 shots.
Yep, because 5 fouls. Yep. That's the first on Longmire. And we're under a minute to play here in the first, in a quick-moving first.
Yeah, Coach Moses not too happy. He's telling the whole bench, and obviously the starters out there, you just can't reach 5 fouls here in the first quarter. You're on a 20-foul pace, so he definitely wants to get his guys to clean that up.
First shot by Kelly is good. Second one, good.
Get on both. Bruce here, checking back in front of Marcos.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be a little 2-2-1 press here. Folks at home watching, if you're going against the press, you want to try to get the ball to the middle.
Here's John Thomas, who's come into the game for the Blue Devils. So both teams kind of going to their bench here, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit surprised. Clay, we go pretty deep. A little bit surprising how deep Middleburg's going and how frequently they've been subbing.
Longmire along the baseline, couldn't finish.
And again, tough, difficult shot that probably shouldn't have been quite as difficult.
Farber.
Again, that's something that evolves in your game. He'll get there.
Marion Brown jumps out on Farber defensively as Clay stays man-to-man. Rozier, long 3 from the left, got it.
Really difficult shot. They got to look at the clock. Did not know the clock, so I'm not sure Coach is not happy with that last couple of sequences with a really tough shot attempt down there and then giving up a 3 and then not knowing how much time is left. So I'm sure they'll make some coaching adjustments.
We've played one at Clay High School, and there you see the score. Middleburg with a 10-9 lead. Back with more basketball in a moment on FSB. The United Soccer Alliance is a full-service soccer club for all ages. The United Soccer Alliance will train your child with professionally licensed coaches. And make sure you check out the United Sports Alliance's flag football program. For more information about soccer and the flag football program, go to unitedsocceralliance.org.
What is it that moves you? Is it cruising endless miles through woodlands and wildlife? Or maybe it's indulging on the fresh, local flavors of the South. For some, it might be embarking on a voyage through historic landmarks. And for others, it could mean unwinding on serene waterways. Whatever it is that moves you, Clay County invites you to explore your passion. Follow us toward the path less traveled and immerse yourself in an authentic Florida experience. Visit exploreclay.com and plan your stay today.
Back at Clay High School along with Doug Dieters. I'm Ray Canaveri, Garrett Binford on the camera tonight. Matty Garza running the scoreboard. Happy you're with us as we begin the second quarter of play. Marion Brown, Middleburg, with their first lead of the game, and there's E.J. Carter who comes up with the steal.
Middleburg doing a really good job with their active hands.
Lowry a triple, no good. And I think we had a travel, we did, and this will be a Clay basketball, and back into the game for Middleburg will be Landon Seago.
Yeah, we talk about some of the quote-unquote hidden stats in the game. A lot of teams now have this huddle app where they can get all these kind of different stats and deflections, or a big stat now that's big time. If you can get a lot of deflections in a game, you're going to have a lot of success.
Clay been a little cold here last few minutes, and that is taken care of by the sophomore Marion Brown with his first field goal. Clay back in the lead, long three, and just like that, Rozier puts the Broncos back on top, his second triple of the night.
Yeah, coach is not happy because I think he was screaming to get on him. He saw him wide open coming down, and nobody picked him up. Probably just going to have to maybe assign one guy to him and not play any help.
There's Floyd Reed with his first field goal, ran around a nice screen of Levi Chamara and his first field goal, and we're all tied at 13. Rozier out of control and a reach in. I think they're going to get a Marion Brown for that.
No, he's going to get
Longmire.
He got Longmire on the push. If you watch it, just in an unfortunate, unnecessary push, kind of was going by him a little bit.
That's his second.
Yeah, he's going to probably have to be subbed out here.
And Alexander Brown getting ready to check in for the Blue Devils. And the first one by Rozier, no good.
Alexander Brown back here for the Blue Devils.
So Longmire comes out.
Yeah, probably going to have more than likely Swilly will be guarding Rozier.
Second one by Rozier is good. He now has 7.
Ryan checking in for the Broncos.
And let's see, another change for Middleburg as Brady Ryan, the junior, checks back in, 6'2". Demetrius Swilly.
Yeah, nice job by the Blue Devils to break that press.
Left-hand side, that's Thomas. Out high, Alexander Brown will shout out instructions. Brown will be fouled by Rozier.
Yeah, I think Rozier felt maybe he got a little bit of a push. May have been, but good call by the referee.
First team foul.
Swilly will trigger it in. Chamara, and his pass to the other side of the court to Swilly will go out of play. A turnover will give it back to Middleburg.
Yeah, what I'm seeing so far is two pretty evenly matched teams, and obviously the score is just, indicating that. Is Clay going to have a good answer for Rozier?
Alexander Brown on Rozier right now, and Rozier.
That's a pretty shot. He's going to be a problem.
Yep. That's 9 points now for Jaron Rozier, and we had a foul on Rozier, and if it's him, that's a second. And Rozier looks over to Coach Sweeney and said, "What'd I do, Coach?" I would think that would mean that Rozier's got to go out, and he does, because coming in now is Jacob Luce.
Yeah, really interesting now. You got probably the two best players on each team, both in foul trouble early.
Alexander Brown wanted Raposa at the elbow. It came loose, and Brown got it back, and now a foul going to be whistled Looks like Seago, the junior, Landon Seago, third team foul. And again, Swilly will inbound the ball to Raposa. Thought he traveled, and he did.
Yeah, it's got a big body with Ryan guarding him in the interior, but I would say instead of kicking it out, just go strong and take your chances. Referees have been, they've been blowing the whistle quite a bit, so continue to go strong.
Middleburg looking to add to their three-point advantage. Lowry will launch it from the right side, and he got it.
A couple of tough shots by Middleburg guys. Pretty good defense by Clay on both sides. Just better offense.
Lowry now with 6 points. At the other end, we almost had an and one, and I think they're going to get Lowry for the foul. And they do. And that is the fourth team foul. So the next one will put Clay at the line for the remainder of the second period of play.
And that could loom large right now, especially with a 5-point deficit. They can get some free throws knocked down, get them right back in this game.
First shot by Brown is good. It's one thing to get free throws. It's another to make them.
Yes, absolutely. And if you watch Brown, he's got a little bit of a weird rotation on the ball, but like a lot of coaches say, hey, as long as it goes in, it counts. And he goes in a lot for the young man.
He's 4 for 4 at the line tonight. Yep. And it's a 3-point Middleburg lead as we wind to the midway point of the second quarter of play. Lowry. Hand it off to Seago. Almost dragged that pivot foot. Will go out high.
Nice
pass from Kelly, He wanted to get that pass along the baseline and unable to find Jacob Luce.
I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with Middleburg doing the full court press. Middleburg defensively is playing a really, really smart game so far.
Long three from the right-hand side, and give him a triple, John Thomas.
I think maybe we had some other, did we have another call? I think we may have had a call against Clay.
After the basket? Are they going to count the basket? They're going to get Raposa for a push.
Raposa on the push, but the basket will count. I guess it happened once the ball was released. And that's going to be 2 on Raposa.
Boy, so now you got Longmire with 2. Raposa with 2. You got Rozier on the Middleburg side with 2, so a couple of key players in foul trouble.
Yeah, and you can see, though, once Rozier has gone out of the game, a quick 5-0 run by Clay has got him right back tied when it was a 5-point deficit.
Ryan lost the basketball on the right sideline, but it was last touched by Clay, so the Broncos will keep the basketball in the front court. And Farber will go do the honors. Ryan can't hang on to it. Raposa just stripped it away.
That's that football player in him.
Yeah.
Fumble, get the ball.
Long three from the left wing, splash.
I tell you, this guy is like microwave. He's instant offense.
Alexander Brown with the triple. He has 7.
He has never met a shot he doesn't like.
So a 30-second timeout called by Middleburg as Clay has taken the lead. Let's talk Clay girls basketball. Big win for you last night, Coach. You moved to 11-4 now.
Yes, absolutely. Senior night last night, had a great night. We just really came out on fire. I was actually a little bit concerned. Sometimes when you have those kind of homecoming games, senior night games, as a coach, you're concerned. They're like, okay, they're going to be flat, or they're going to be unfocused. But I was worried, and I guess the girls decided that they were going to make me worry, and the worry was not worth it as we played really, really well. So really proud of how we're progressing as a team. And we got a big stretch here going to Bishop Snyder tomorrow. And then Monday we're in the MLK Classic at Orange Park. We're going to play a really, really talented St. John's Country Day team. And then we're going to head to Palatka on Wednesday. And then we got Fleming Island on Friday.
Wow, you do have a tough stretch. Yes. Good, though. That'll
absolutely
test the character of the girls. And speaking of them, we'll have an interview with one of the players at halftime. So stick around for that. Farber with a long three, doesn't get it. And a quick toss in the front court to Alexander Brown. He'll put it up and one.
Yeah, and again, Alex Brown has totally taken over this game. And when Rozier went out, 18-13. I don't think we played much more than a minute or 90 seconds, and Clay has got a 10-0 run going.
7 second quarter points for Alex Brown, and he looks to add to it here on the free throw. I shouldn't have said anything. That broke a streak of 4 straight free throws. He's 4 of 5 at the line. The old announcer jinx.
Yeah, and I think if you're Coach Sweeney, you probably got to consider getting Rozier back in with the 2 fouls.
And we're going to get a foul on Swilly, I think.
Coach Moses is going to roll the dice a little bit and get.
I think he was telling Swilly, move your feet. That's the 3rd on Swilly. That's a big foul there.
Yeah.
Deep in the corner, it's Lowry off to Farber. Farber, a nice player.
And then Clay's going to go about 8 deep, 9 deep at times.
Here is a long 3. That's an air ball by Diego Ramirez, who's checked in. Longmire back in the game with those 2 fouls. Scoop move, got it.
And if you watch it, straight to the basket, going up strong. Really impressive move by Xavier Longmire.
5 points for Xavier, the junior.
And I've got my count as a 12-0 run by the Blue Devils.
Almost a travel by Ramirez. Inside they go to Carter, and a foul going to be called on Amarian Brown.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it. When you got to go straight up when you try to block that shot. Referees see that a lot of times. Even when you get a little bit of ball, they like to call that.
So E.J. Carter will step to the line. Looking for his first points of the game. And he misses the first one on the front of the rim. One more coming for E.J. Second one is good.
And they finally broke that 12-0 run.
6-point Blue Devil lead. Longmire with directions out high. Alex Brown. A cutting Blackwood. Aiden Blackwood. Good follow on the miss by Alex Brown, and he's on fire here in the second.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, when you got Rozier out, Alex Brown's really taking advantage.
Farber to the lane is going. That's
going to be 3.
Yeah, that's Longmire, and Farber will step to the line for 2, and that's now over the limit for Clay. So both teams now, every foul will shoot free throws.
And I think if you ask Xavier Longmire, he has not committed a foul tonight, based on his body language.
Have you ever known a player that's admitted that they've committed a foul?
Well, I'll tell you, to be honest, I always admit it if I call a foul. But yeah, we always know those players that have, Bill Lambeer's never committed a foul in his life.
No. Boy, Farber has not scored in this game, which is surprising.
Yeah, and I think Clay's probably definitely keyed on him.
There's his first point of the game, unofficially. And a 7-point Clay lead.
Yeah, and I think if you're, again, I'm kind of a gambler a little bit with 2 fouls in the first half. I probably want to think about getting Rozier back in the game here.
Thomas, no, there's a good move by Chamorro, or Blackwood, I should say. He couldn't finish.
Yeah, freshman Aiden Blackwood doing a really good job here as a freshman, getting some time here on varsity.
Farber to the cup. Can't get it. Rebounded by Carter. His second attempt gets in there. Strong play under the basket by E.J. Carter.
Yeah, this is a really important couple of minutes here.
Reed with a triple. Reed now with 5 in the game, 5 in the second.
And he has gotten Rozier back into the game, so we'll see how this goes.
Carter, an offensive foul, and the ball goes back to Clay, and a good charge by the freshman, Aiden Blackwood. Always good when you get those freshmen that are contributing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to Aaron Bridges, the coach over at Green Cove Springs Junior High. He coached a lot of these kids last year. He's got, by my count, at least 3 kids getting big-time minutes between Clay and Fleming Island High School. So he did a tremendous job developing this talent.
Blackwood thought about a shot. Good pass underneath, but Reed couldn't finish, and Middleburg came away with it. Farber, Lowry along the baseline. Guarded by Thomas. Farber at the elbow. Good move to the basket, but not able to finish.
Yeah, good defense.
Quick pass in the front court to Alex Brown. Spin, turn, got it. This kid's on fire.
Yeah, he is, and he was smart enough to know he's going against Rozier that's got 2 fouls. He's not going to foul him. He can do any move that he wants. He doesn't have to worry about his shot getting blocked.
11 second quarter points, 13 of the game. Carter again, got it. Boy, how do you match up with him?
Yeah, that was a really big basket by them. Again, had a 5-point lead when you got Rozier back into the game. I think if you're Coach Sweeney with him with 2 fouls, if you can keep it 8 or under here in this last minute and survive and make it to halftime, I think he's probably going to be happy with that.
So this originally was a 30, but I think they've extended it to a full as these two teams get ready to head to the break. There you see Middleburg, of course, pretty darn good volleyball season for Middleburg as the girls won the state title. They became the first Clay County school to win a volleyball state title.
Wow, and we have a lot. It just talks about how competitive volleyball is, not just in Clay County, but the state of Florida. I mean, we've got Ridgeview. Clay's had great years. Fleming Island's been phenomenal. Middleburg's kind of always set the standard, with Coach Pruitt. But, yeah, awesome season for them.
Quickly up the floor, it's Alex Brown, and he's going to commit an offensive foul.
No, I think he caught it.
Okay,
Coach
timeout.
Moses saw the triple team coming and called that timeout.
They trapped him there on the sideline.
Yeah, really good. And speaking of coaches, I know we talked about it when we were in our last game. Orange Park head coach Derek Kaniski.
We got to throw a shout out to Coach K.
We got to give him a shout out. We were giving him the stompometer, but listen, I think they call this in your business a tease. In the second half, we're going to tell you why he stomps in games, or what inspired him to stomp in the games.
Okay, you said it was a tactical thing. It wasn't anger, or
it's not anger. It's a tactical thing, but we're going to give to the root of the inspiration of the stomp.
I was at the Raider Dome yesterday and saw Coach K. Always love visiting with him.
Oh yeah,
he's a character. Yes. All right, so Floyd will inbound the ball for the Blue Devils, and he went to Alex Brown, and
tough pass.
Boy, luckily for Clay,
Coach Moses definitely not happy.
Loose knocked it forward, and it went over the baseline.
Yeah, right now, smart move by Coach Sweeney, getting Rozier out of the game here when you're going to likely be on defense here for about 35 seconds.
Reed continues the dribble, and you would think just by watching that Clay may play for the last shot. Thomas to Reed.
Yeah, I think if you get it to about under 25 here, you're probably going to just count your blessings and go for the last shot.
Blackwood and Carter. No, they're going to call a travel on Blackwood.
Probably get Rozier back into the game here for the last possession. Yep, that's what we're seeing.
And they get Lowry back in the game as well. Rozier.
So I think if you're Clay, you probably want to be thinking, okay, if Rozier drives, regardless, let's do our best to see if we can draw a charge.
Farber still looking for his first field goal.
Nice spin.
Thought about a shot, instead went to Rozier, and Reed read it and jumped the route and knocked it out of play.
Yep, and as you said, jumped the route. Varsity football player playing in the secondary, so he absolutely knows what he's doing.
Rozier. Lowry with a triple. Rebounded underneath by Alley, and an offensive foul called on Middleburg. Give it back to the Blue Devils with 3.3 remaining. And a couple changes here as Jesse Kelly and Diego Ramirez come in, and you get Rozier out of there so he doesn't commit a foul here.
Absolutely, yep, smart coaching. Got plenty of time.
Alex Brown, long three. Oh, my goodness. That almost made it for a kid that had a heck of a first half.
Yeah.
Well, we've played one at Clay High School, and we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll have halftime festivities, including an interview with the Clay High School girls. We'll do that in a moment. You're watching high school basketball on FSB.
The Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Everyone from the time you walk into the door to every part of the process that has been done. When you come in, they're solely taking care of you. Thanks to New Teeth Now, I'm just going to be honest with you, I feel good.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No more gum disease, no more teeth falling out, no more self-doubt. You feel better, you look better, and it's a better way of life.
Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. And you can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Everyone from the time you walk into the door to every part of the process that has been done. When you come in, they're solely taking care of you. Thanks to New Teeth Now, I'm just going to be honest with you, I feel good.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No more gum disease, no more teeth falling out, no more self-doubt. You feel better, you look better, and it's a better way of life.
And we're here at halftime along with Doug Dieters. I'm Ray Canterbury. And Doug, the Clay girls basketball team is having a great season. I'm going to let you introduce one of your players here to everyone at home.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it again. Appreciate you guys coming out for it. This is Haley Miera, one of our dual sport athletes here at Clay High. She's also a softball player. During the fall, she came and started working out. It's her first year, just moved here from New Mexico.
The thing that I admire the most is that you deal with this guy all year long. That in itself deserves a trophy.
Hey,
Listen,
it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
this is the kind of players that we like, Ray. She comes in, she would come in, work out with our weight team, then go out to the softball field for a couple hours, then go to her travel team playing softball. So, you know, she's, when we talked about earlier in the season, that culture change, when you get players like this that work this hard, everybody kind of feeds off of it. And she's really helped us out.
Just give me your impressions, and when you do that, I'm going to adjust some audio here. Give me your impressions on your season so far.
I think it's a really big step from last year. This team has really come together as a family, and off the court, we all help each other. Off the court, on the court, we're all communicating. Even we're there for our JV team team's there for us, and I feel like as a varsity team, we're all together.
How nice is it for this group, and I know you can somewhat explain the emotions of your team after such a tough year last year. I think you won 3 games
3
all
and
out.
20, yep.
Yeah, and now this year you're 11-4. The turnaround has to be remarkable.
Yes, I wasn't here last year, but
Right.
hearing it, I think having such a step up from last year was much needed for all these girls, and I think they're doing really great this year. And I mean, 3-20 last year was a little rough, but going 11-4 is great.
And see, and again, you talk about a player like that. She just works hard every day. She even had to think about like what her record is, because all she's worried about is today, working hard, doing what she needs to do to get better. She's really helped us out again. Like, she had a big night last night. And one of the things we talked about, like, we have some pretty good guards, but our posts the last 4 or 5 games have really stepped up on the offensive side, which really has kind of catapulted us to what we feel like another level. We still feel we have a lot of room to grow and get better.
Tell me, you're making the transition to basketball for the first time. What's been the hardest part of doing that for you?
I think just coming.
And you can't say the part about dealing with Coach Dieters. What do you think that's been? Has it been the overall how many games you have to play in a row? Although softball, you guys play a lot of games.
I think it's just a different atmosphere. Like softball, definitely conditioning for sure, because softball you're on and off the field, you have breaks. Here you just keep going, you can't stop, and you can't let up, and because if you let up, they're going to come run up, and you can't let that happen.
Speaking of softball, Clay has a pretty darn good softball team, don't they?
I think so. I haven't experienced it yet. It's coming up.
Yeah. What position do you play?
I play first and third.
All right.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, when I took this job, and if you don't know, last season the Clay girls were the best overall girls program in the state of Florida. So now we feel like we're pulling our weight.
Right.
But we have such an amazing weightlifting team, back-to-back state champions. Our softball team has won state championships deep into the regions last year. And it's one of the things, and we talk about the softball program, girls that are in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade literally have a dream of saying, I want to go to Clay High and play for Coach Lewis. And that's some of the things that we're trying to establish in our program, that they say, hey, when I'm in 4th, 5th, 6th grade, wow, I want to really get up to Clay High and play Clay High basketball.
Well, we appreciate the visit, and much luck the rest of the way. And again, he's a pretty good guy. I think it'd be all right to play for him.
Great coach.
No, thank you.
All right, you'll get extra points for that.
Yes, exactly.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and we'll have the second half. By the way, what did you think of the first half?
I thought it was really good. They came out hot, so let's see if they keep it up.
All right, we'll be back with more on FSB after this.
I think she's a natural.
Yeah. The United Soccer Alliance is a full-service soccer club for all ages. The United Soccer Alliance will train your child with professionally licensed coaches. And make sure you check out the United Sports Alliance's flag football program. For more information about soccer and the flag football program, go to unitedsocceralliance.org.
What is it that moves you? Is it cruising endless miles through woodlands and wildlife? Or maybe it's indulging on the fresh, local flavors of the South. For some, it might be embarking on a voyage through historic landmarks. And for others, it could mean unwinding on serene waterways. Whatever it is that moves you, Clay County invites you to explore your passion. Follow us toward the path less traveled and immerse yourself in an authentic Florida experience. Visit exploreclay.com and plan your stay today.
Ready for the start of the second half of play at Clay High School. Coach Doug Dieters, overall thoughts on the first half of play?
Really interesting first half. One that's certainly foul trouble plaguing both teams' top players, with Xavier Longmire, who's now had 3, Rozier from Middleburg with 2. Interesting, Rozier, when he went out of the game, Clay went on a 19-6 run to end the second quarter to get this 8-point lead. So, be really interesting. We'll see if he starts Longmire out with the 3 fouls to start the third quarter. I think he will. Got to tell him, though, got to play with your feet, not your hands. So it should be a really, really good second half.
I'm trying to tally up the numbers here. Sometimes I can't read my own writing. That's never good. And no matter how much I try, I always miss a basket or two here. But
well, I think you're doing great, Ray, because neither one of us are wearing glasses, so we're doing something right.
That's the truth.
We're eating our carrots.
9. All right, let me run down what I have. I know I'm off on Clay, 2 points somewhere. I missed a basket, but leading the way, Alex Brown, 13 points, 11 of those in the second quarter. What a half for him,
yeah,
Coach.
Again, we talked about it. He's kind of like that microwave. He can come in and heat up quick, and he heated up quick today.
5 points for Xavier Longmire and 5 points for Floyd Reed. And then he had 3 points for John Thomas on that triple that he hit, 2 points for Marion Brown and 2 points for Merrick Raposa. On the other side, leading the way, it was Jaron Rozier, 9 points, 6 points for Nate Lowry, and then 2 points for Jesse Kelly, a point for Aiden Farber, and a point for Jacob Luce. That may be the story of the first half. Farber unofficially only 1 point.
Right, yeah, exactly. And then with the foul trouble and
turnover.
Merrick Raposa didn't get a whole lot of minutes. He's got that early couple of fouls, so he should be fresh. And again, Alex Brown going right to the line.
Where he's been pretty good so far, where he's 4 of 5 at the line, and Alex will look to add to the 8-point Clay lead. Well, that was great, that interview at half. Always good to get the kids on camera.
Yeah, she's a natural.
14 points now for Alex Brown.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, Ray, in that game that you had with us and Yulee, and she never even told me, after the game, her parents had to come back and pick her up. She was sick as a dog. But
really?
She knew if she said, Coach, I'm sick, she's not one of those players. She's as tough as nails, never said a word and got through the game. So we just love players like that. And they just, again, that's one of the reasons why we're changing our culture here.
Rozier off the window, got it. Rozier in double figures now with 11.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really fun second half. I kind of feel like Alex Brown and Rozier are going to get whatever shots they want, so we might have a little duel here.
Alex Brown. Are you surprised Middleburg hasn't played any zone? Reed for the right side. Knock it down. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
They can shoot him out of it. Brown all the way to the cup. Got it. Wow. This kid is having a heck of a game.
Yeah, and again, you know, he's just so offensive minded. And if you notice, he's not taking tough shots. He's not taking poor shots. He's taking really good shots. He's just being really smart and aggressive.
Seago out high to Farber.
So I think if you're Middleburg, you guys got to assign someone to him and say, don't leave him, stay on him as best you can, and you may have to come and double team him.
Farber's shot no good. Carter tried to clean it up and get the put back, and then over the back is going to be called on, is that Lowry? I can't see. That's where I need my glasses. That's Seago.
Yes, Seago.
Yeah. So that'll bring Chico Alley back into the game, the junior. It's been a good one so far.
Absolutely.
And again, a week from tomorrow, a week from Friday, we're at Fleming Island for Clay Fleming Island. Hope you'll join us for the doubleheader. The girls first, then the boys. Brown and one.
Just clear it out for him and let the man operate.
Wow, I unofficially have him for 19 points.
Yeah, and I think as the young folks say, he's cooking right now.
Yes, sir.
With grease.
Or something.
As Matty Garza laughs at us, Ray.
Yeah, well, that's probably been most of the broadcast. First one, or the and one by Brown is good. And it is the largest lead of the game for Clay. And a whistle by the official. Did you see what happened?
I think we had a clock issue.
Okay.
Like clock issue. I think maybe started a little bit early, so had 6 minutes on the clock. He has to put 6:02 on there.
Pretty good crowd tonight.
Absolutely, yep.
Good environment,
yeah,
no
again,
doubt.
It's camo night. Here's kind of the funny things that we have amongst our county. Maybe or maybe not, we're taking a shot at Middleburg in their area of town. In fact, when we played Fleming in football, we did prep night. Fleming did country night.
Farber.
So
unofficially without a field goal. There's Rozier with a triple, no good. Rozier will get it back on the wing, and Alex Brown defending him. Strong move to the basket by Rozier, and he knocks down his second field goal here of the second half. Technical foul on, they may get that on Brown. No, it's Rozier they get for it.
Rozier got the technical. I'm wondering if he maybe said something after the shot. And so, again, that's going to be his third foul. They're probably going to have to get him out of the game, and that's going to be huge. And big surprise, Alex Brown's going to get another chance to score here.
Well, that's one thing that's just so hard for anyone, but especially when you're young. You got to control your emotions.
Yeah, and it's tough at the high school level. But again, you know, when you're doing your emotions, you just made a basket. It's not like you had some adversity. So really tough. And Coach Sweeney's going to have to talk to his guys, because all of a sudden it's been Alex Brown, all day, and Clay approaching a 20-point lead here. Wow.
9 second-half points for Brown, and we're only a couple of minutes in. He has 22 in the game unofficially, and here he goes again. And a reach-in going to be called on Farber, more than likely.
Yeah, and really curious, as they're really not doing much double teaming against Brown.
Maybe it wasn't Farber. Let's see who they get for this. I thought he reached in. And guess who's back at the free throw line? Maybe Lowry they called for it.
I think it was on Lowry. Yes, you are correct.
Last foul is on Lowry, number 12, Pittsburgh.
Boy, if you're Middleburg, you got to do something here quickly, because this game's starting to get away from you.
Absolutely. You have to have an answer for Brown.
And he continues to make those free throws. And here comes Diego Ramirez, the freshman. And Lowry will go out. He has 3. Couple players in foul trouble on both sides. Brown will get one more, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, and Clay able to have this 18-point lead with Longmire on the bench with the 3 fouls. Definitely a luxury for Coach Moses.
Ramirez, and that one going to be called a hand check, going to be called on John Thomas, the junior. And that'll just be an inbound ball at the baseline.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Moses, you'll take that. Thomas is in there, more of a specialty shooter, good spot-up shooter. He's going to play some smart defense, but he's not going to get a whole lot of minutes, so be as aggressive as he can. If you get a couple fouls, so be it.
Carter will muscle his way in, and Raposa going, no, they're going to get a travel on Carter.
Yeah, and I think the scouting report from Coach Moses, he probably watched a lot of film on Middleburg. Just play him straight up. He's going to have a difficult time making the shots when you play straight up defense, and he has tonight.
Alex Brown pointing directions to his mates. Reed wanted to run around a Raposa screen. Instead will go to Thomas. Cross-court pass to a Marion Brown. Alex Brown. Thomas. Alex Brown, triple, no good, and a Marion Brown with a rebound. Stop, travel. Boy, I'm shocked that Farber unofficially, and again, I may have missed one, but he does not have a field goal in this game, just 1 point.
Yeah, and I think they've just done a good job of containing him. It doesn't even seem like he's that aggressive offensively. Especially with Rozier out of the game, he's probably got to be your first option.
There's a reach in on Marion Brown, and that is the second team foul. And Middleburg in trouble because they already have 5 team fouls, so Clay will shoot free throws the remaining 4 minutes of this half, or quarter.
And again, it just kind of talks about when Clay has came out so aggressive going to the basket, and there's been that contact. And, you know, there's that kind of old saying, live by the 3, die by the 3, but Clay has really done a good job tonight of getting those 2 feet into the paint, going to the basket, and getting that whistle blown.
Thomas goes out, and it looks like Elijah Duffy has come in for – did you see who scored that one?
That was Farber. So Farber with a nice little backdoor cut.
Unofficially his first field goal of the night.
And I think right now with 4 minutes left, you're down 16. You might as well get Rozier back into the game with the 3 fouls.
Because you got to get back in the game.
You have to, for sure, because you're just going to run out of time here if it doesn't happen soon.
That's going to be a foul on Demarion Brown. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex Brown.
Third team foul.
I'm guessing they're brothers?
No.
Really?
No, actually, Marion Brown, local Green Cove kid.
Longmire, Rozier, and Orion checking for the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if their hairdo is on purpose, but
They do kind of look alike, and of course,
a little bit. Look, and actually a little bit of the same mannerisms. Both are kind of
Yeah.
those smooth type basketball players.
Rozier. So Coach Sweeney must have heard you, Doug.
Yes.
Drive to the lane, and Rozier will go to the line. That could be Raposa.
10% of the time, I'm right 100% of the time.
That is Raposa on the foul.
Raposa is third.
That's the third on Merrick.
Team foul number 4.
And it'll be free throw time here for Jaron Rozier.
Yeah, and I think if you're Coach Sweeney, you probably want to have a goal of cutting that lead under 10 by the start of the fourth as much as you can.
Rozier's free throw is good. He's 2 of 3 at the line tonight. Raposa will come out with those 3 fouls. That's 14 fouls on Clay. So both teams now will shoot free throws on all fouls, and offensive rebound for the Broncos. Rozier, Farber, guarded by Chamorro. Good move by Farber.
Yeah, probably should have put that one up.
Farber will get it back from Ryan. Stutter step. Longmire in the game. Turning shot by Farber, no good. Scramble, and Longmire going to get called for the
he's
foul.
going to get called for the foul again.
Yeah.
Tough play. He had a really good on-ball defense. Actually, a little bit of a break. He got Chamorro on the foul.
Oh. Regardless, it will send Aiden Farber, the senior, to the free throw line. First one is good. Let's see, Aiden is 2 of 3 at the line tonight. Make sure you like FSB on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and X. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anything. Second one is good. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers. We can monetize a little bit if we get there.
Sounds great. And actually had a few people coming up to us wanting to know the website, so hopefully we'll get a few subscribers.
Longmire. Off to Alex Brown. Reed with a long triple, no good. And it's hauled in underneath by Farber. Pass underneath is broken up. Good defense by Elijah Duffy, the junior.
Yeah, and Duffy's got in there, especially with Swilly with the 3 fouls. Hasn't decided to get him back in there yet. Probably start Swilly in the fourth quarter.
Farber is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line again. I don't know who they're going to get. If I would guess it'd be Chamorro.
That was a not great call as a coach.
It was late.
I'm trying not to get fined here. Xavier went straight up, 2 hands up. That was perfect defense. That was a tough call on it.
That's the 4th on Longmire, and Farber knocks down the free throw.
I was kind of like you, Ray. I thought it was Chamorro afterwards, but it was a late call, and that's a tough call for Xavier Longmire. Really, really good defense. Tough call. Very unfortunate.
One more coming for Farber, and it's no good. And a strong rebound underneath, and the putback by Ramirez.
We've cut it down to 10. They're on an 8-0 run here, 2.5 minutes left. Coach might want to think about taking a little bit of timeout, settling these guys down.
Alex Brown, and a foul, and 2 shots coming up for Brown. A blocking foul whistled on Brady Ryan, and 2 shots for this kid right here who's been pretty darn good tonight.
Yeah, he's been solid tonight, so good tonight. And again, this is what he's done about 2 or 3 games this year. He's kind of just taken over a game. He took over that Orange Park game in the Raider Dome and played the first academy here early in the season, which I feel like was a really big turning point, a big win for the team. He was big in the fourth quarter.
One more coming, no good. And a strong rebound by Amari Brown, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Middleburg not liking that, but he's got to box out on those free throws. Good job by Brown getting in there and getting an offensive rebound, going straight up with it.
Alex Brown, 10 of 12 at the line. Here is Amari Brown for his first free throws of the night, and that one's no good. 2 points, got those two in the second. And coming out is Brady Ryan, and E.J. Carter checks back in for the Broncos. Second one is good. Long toss by Farber. Lowry will glide along the baseline. Excellent defense by Chamara.
Yeah, and again, Chamara is such a really good leaper. He's able to affect those shots.
Brown with a triple, he got it.
Again, he hasn't met a shot he doesn't like. What a game he is having.
Unbelievable.
He's in my 6th period class. I may have to bring him a hamburger or something tomorrow.
Kelly.
Actually, for this game, I may have to bring him a filet mignon.
Right. That one is tipped by Clay on the way to the baseline. It'll go out, but it will remain a Bronco ball, and Rozier will do the honors from the baseline.
Oh, nice
good
play.
steal. Guess who? Somebody's working on game MVP.
And you know what? Such a smart kid. He had his back turned, but he kind of had the corner of his eye. Kind of guessed what he was going to do. He guessed right. Got a great steal.
I have him for 17 here in the quarter. 30 for the game.
Wow.
30 of the 53 points have come from Alex Brown. Again, that's unofficial. From the right side, shot no good. Chamara cleaned it up, and he's fouled by Farber, and Chamara will get 2.
Yeah, right now I think, with this lineup in for Clay, a little bit faster. Chamara's your only true post, but he's such a fast kid, such a really good leaper. He's going to help you out. And I think Coach Mose is letting Duffy know it's probably not quite the shot we want so early in the shot clock. Bring it down, work it around, maybe find number 12, see what he wants to do.
Second one by Chamara is good.
Yeah, just like that, we're back up to 18.
Along the baseline, Kelly. Rozier with a triple, no good. Lowry came away with a loose ball.
Nice
There's
foul.
Farber with a triple, bam.
Yeah, really good penetration. Fine, and kick it out to him. Full timeout. So Ray, can we get to Coach Kornitsky?
Yes, that's right. We needed to talk about that.
So I was talking to Coach Kornitsky, and if you don't know, his favorite movie is My Cousin Vinny.
Okay.
I guess he relates to.
I love that movie.
I guess
too.
he relates to Joe Pesci's character. So in the scene when they're out in the farmhouse with Marissa Tomei, she's wanting to have the baby.
You're
and
right.
She stomps,
Yes.
And then he imitates the stomp with the biological clock with the stomp. And I think he got some inspiration from that, and that is where the stomp comes from.
I'm going to have to ask him about that. It's one of my favorite movies, too. Joe Pesci's fantastic in that. So Middleburg comes out. If you're Coach Sweeney, Doug, how do you get your team back into this one? You're down by 15.
Well, you got 9 minutes left. I think, again, one of your goals, maybe about, like I talked about, about the 3 or 4 minute mark. You want to try to get that. You don't want to you can't get it all back. So let's see if we can cut it in half. Let's see if we can get it under 10 by the end of the quarter, and then we'll go from there.
So Clay will have the basketball. And there's a steal.
Yeah, really. And again, what a game this young man's having.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Fantastic.
And we're going to find out what his pregame meal was, and we're going to implement that on a daily.
I have him for 19 points here in the third quarter, 32 for the game. We're going to have to go check this at the scorer's table. I want to see how close I am as Clay will have the basketball with 37 seconds.
Yeah, and you know, Middleburg got the steal, and then he just took it right back from him. So what could have been maybe a 13-point game is back up to 17.
Amarian Brown to Reed. Alex Brown.
And again,
Reed with a long three. Bam!
Again, you got to ask yourself, Alex Brown, who's got 19 points in the quarter, he was open by 6 feet and was able to find his teammate. I mean, you got to find somebody to lock him down.
8 points for Floyd Reed. Here's Farber spinning, turning, and it's blocked by Amarian Brown with 2.8 seconds remaining. And it'll be an inbound ball for the Broncos at the baseline. Boy, Alex Brown is putting on a show.
Absolutely.
Lowry with a three at the buzzer, no good. And we have played three. At Clay High School, it's all Blue Devils. They have a 59-39 lead. Back with more in a moment. You're watching high school basketball on FSB.
The Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Everyone from the time you walk into the door to every part of the process that has been done. When you come in, they're solely taking care of you. Thanks to New Teeth Now, I'm just going to be honest with you, I feel good.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No more gum disease, no more teeth falling out, no more self-doubt. You feel better, you look better, and it's a better way of life.
Ready for the start of the fourth quarter of play at Clay High School. Along with Doug Dieters, I'm Ray Canaveri, Garrett Binford on the camera. Matty Garza running the scoreboard. Glad you're with us. Guess who? Brown, he can't finish. Shamar tried to clean it up, and Carter came away with it, and an official timeout. I sent Doug over to get the official scoreboard.
I'm still having to count them up here, so you're going to have to give me a couple of more seconds here.
The floor.
I will say this, our scorekeeper, literally, if we would have had another possession, he would have ran out of room on the scorebook.
I'm out of, my box is full. My score box is full. Little,
I believe we got 19. He's got so many little circles there.
19 in the second
in the
quarter.
quarter.
That's what I had.
So we've got 4 in the first, 11 in the second, 19 in the third. What's he going to do in the fourth, Ray? He's on a pace to have 38 in the fourth.
I have him. Oh, you had him for 4 and 11?
The official scorebook.
I had him for 2, so still 15. I had him for 15 at the half, so
yep.
I was right. So he's got
34.
30. Wow, that's incredible. 19 in the third.
And I'm using the old math, not the new math. So just
okay,
so we know.
How about fuzzy math? Wow, 20-point Clay lead. Middleburg has lost only twice this year. Rozier in foul trouble. He'll have to be careful. Strong move, spin and turn by Ali, and he dumped it off to Carter in a foul, and they're going to get Chamara for that one, and it'll be 2 shots for E.J. Carter.
Yeah, and again, I think the scouting report was when Carter gets the ball inside, make a tough shot, don't reach, go straight up, and they've had success with that. A couple times they fouled him.
First one, no good.
I want to talk about our student section over there. We call them the Clay Crazies.
All right.
A lot of inspiration. A lot of these kids are our baseball players that come over and cheer during the basketball and football games. Nice play there.
Carter got it back after missing 2. And I unofficially have him for 7. Reed, guarded by Rozier. Trapped over there.
Yeah, looking to go to the double team.
And a foul going to be called, and Elijah Duffy will find himself at the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and again, you know, I saw Brown cutting to the basket and seemed relatively open. I think if you're Middleburg at this point, you've got to sign one guy to him and just say, you got to find out what flavor gum he's chewing. You got to stick so close to him.
First one by Duffy is good. That's his first point of the game.
But, you know, sometimes it's your night, and obviously tonight has been Alex's night thus far.
I'd love to know if that's a career high for him.
You know, I believe it is. I want to say he had a 30-point game earlier in the year in a win. I know he's in the mid-20s against OP, but this should be a career high, pretty sure.
Good steal. I think that was Duffy who picked the pocket and got Clay the basketball. Reed, hounded by Alley, and a double dribble. Is that what they called?
I think they called it a legal screen on Chamora. That's probably going to be 3 on Chamora, I believe.
Nothing like showing up for a career high on a televised game.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? All through the school day, again, the kids knew that you were coming. They knew I'd be there and calling the game. So I made sure, hey, you got to make me look good out there when you're playing. So he certainly showed out tonight.
Farber to Lowry, travels. Boy, it had just a frustrating night. That was actually Seago, not Lowry. It's just been a frustrating night for the Broncos, Doug.
Yeah, it really has. And again, it's just been the Alex Brown show. Again, right now, I see about 8 or 10 feet of no one near Brown, and right now he's wide open.
Swilly is back in the game. Oh, my goodness. What a shot by Alex Brown.
Absolutely.
First points of the fourth quarter.
The surprising thing is that it took more than 90 seconds for him to score. So we got him for 36. I'm calling Las Vegas now to get the over-under on him getting 40 tonight.
That would be amazing to watch. Long 3 from the left-hand side by Thomas is no good.
Yeah, for the people at home that may watch NBA and may watch some other things, 36 points in a high school game does not happen very often. So this is a special performance that you're seeing for sure.
Seago can't finish, and it's punched over the baseline. It'll be Middleburg basketball from the right side of the basket. Yeah, I've been doing high school basketball for a long time. I don't remember a 30-point performance. Not for a while anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good pass underneath. Farber looked like maybe he was fouled. No whistle, and Alex Brown with a great pass forward, and unfortunately Swilly couldn't finish at the rim.
Yeah, no, Coach Mose is not happy about that.
Long 3 from the right side. Farber up over the back. He'll get called for the foul. Good positioning by Amarian Brown, and I don't have to tell you, Coach, but rebounding is just about want to and positioning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. We tell our players all the time, if we have 2 stats that we can win, we want to win the rebounding battle and want to win the turnover battle, and then most times when that happens, you're going to win the scoreboard battle. This might be a little bit of a mismatch. He's going to go right by him. Nice pass.
Oh, that's a great pass to Amarian Brown.
He's had a couple assists that he should have had. His teammates got to help him out making these bunnies.
Lowry, and a foul, and Seago will go to the line to shoot 2.
Now, no, Coach Moses doesn't know that he's got 36 points. Maybe everyone in the stands are probably wondering what he is or what he has right now. But you and I certainly know. We're just hoping to see that 4-point plateau
I would love
here in the
to
next
see
4
it.
minutes.
I would love to see it. Raposa and Longmire getting ready to check in, and that's the thing, Doug. Clay has done it without Raposa and Longmire really, and Swilly in the game.
Yeah, and I think if you would have told Coach Moses that at the beginning and said, hey, you're going to have Raposa and Longmire in foul trouble most of the night, and you're going to be up by 18 with less than 5 minutes left, he probably would have said you're crazy.
Seago knocked the first one down. He'll get a second one. And that one is good. And let's see, here's Jesse Kelly back into the game for the Broncos. And it looks like Jacob Luce will check out. Longmire in the backcourt, double teamed, and a foul going to be called. And that is the second team foul on the Broncos. We'll try and get Coach Jared Moses over at the end of the game. Get his thoughts. Reed. Longmire. Brown to the cup, got it. All right, there's 38,
well,
Coach.
There we go, we got two more.
Out on the right-hand side, it's Ramirez. Alley came over to help, and Longmire just stole it away. Here's the chance for 40. Dump it. Brown. Oh, an offensive foul going to be called.
And that'll be it for Longmire. Not been a great game for Longmire. But, hey, if you're going to foul out of a game that you're winning by 20.
I thought that was going to be 40 for Brown.
Yeah. But and here's the thing, when you talk about it being your night, he missed the open layup, but it won't count against him because there was a foul before that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go against his percentage tonight.
But it's going your way. It's going your way.
I'll tell you, I'd really like to know what his percentage is. It's got to be 85 or 90%. I don't know if I've seen him miss more than 2 shots tonight.
Here's Aiden Blackwood, the freshman, back into the game for the Blue Devils.
And I don't think he's missed in the second half, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember him missing. Whoa, nearly a steal. Long three out high by Kelly, no good.
Yeah,
and
nice box out by the freshman Blackwood.
Reed. Great bounce pass to Raposa. Merrick will glide and put it up and score. Raposa now with 4. And a 21-point Blue Devil lead. Knocked away. Broncos got it back. Kelly's shot no good. And Chamorro comes away with it.
And again, you see Brown, he's pretty much wide open. He's going to fire this one up.
Sorry, that was Blackwood, not Chamorro. And the shot is blocked, and a quick toss in the front court will be run down by Alley at the baseline. There is a triple for Nate Lowry. His second 3-ball of the night. He has 9.
Full court press.
And a foul along the baseline.
31, Kelly, his second, 4th team foul. Team foul number 4.
They're going to get Kelly for the foul, and let's see, Middleburg making another change.
So one of the fun things about doing this job with you, Ray, right now, Coach is up 66-48 here. I think our score might be a little bit wrong.
I don't know why. I have a scoreboard. I could look right here.
Yeah.
But I just keep thinking I have to turn to my left to look at it. I don't know.
It's okay. But I'm going to say that, but one of the fun things about doing this is, I think you and I in the second half with Alex Brown have become not necessarily an analyst and a play-by-play, but a couple of fans.
Yes, sir.
And so, I know Coach Moses is still coaching hard, but, wow, we just want to see him get that 40, don't we?
Yeah, that would be fantastic. So the ball initially was going to be triggered in at the sideline in the backcourt, but now because it's 5 fouls, it is free throw time for Floyd Reed. I don't think any Clay fan is left, and the first one by Reed is good. He has 9 unofficially. Second one, no good. Stopped him from getting to double figures. Kelly, Raposa going to be whistled for the foul, and it'll be 2 shots for Jesse Kelly, the sophomore.
Yeah, really good job of Kelly going strong in there. getting that contact, forcing the referee to make, even though the opponent went straight up, going up strong enough where you're going to force that referee to give you a call in your favor.
First shot by Kelly is good. Again, we hope you'll join us a week from tomorrow. That's January 19th. For a doubleheader, it'll be.
Now, I'm not going to be available during the girls' game. I just want you to know that, but I will come over for the boys' game.
All right, well.
And, hopefully I'm in a good mood.
I may just let Maddie deal with you if you're not. Second one is good, or no good, I should say. And here comes Alex Brown, needing just 2 more to get to 40. I'd be feeding him the ball all day long. The players probably don't know either.
No.
Under 3 minutes to go, and a timeout by Jared Moses. He's going to call a full timeout. So I tell you what, we'll take a break. It is all Clay right now. You're watching high school basketball on FSB.
Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WING.
Back at Clay High School, along with Doug Dieters, I'm Ray Canaveri, and we've got 2:54 remaining in this one. And really, when you talk about the storyline of this game, Doug, it's really been the Alex Brown show for the Clay Blue Devils.
Yeah, it's been all Alex all day. 38 points. You know, again, we talked about it a couple minutes ago. You and I right now are fans right now. We want to see him get to that big 4-0.
Then you might owe him that filet mignon.
I tell you what.
Forget about the hamburger.
May have to add a lobster tail as well.
Exactly. Reed, almost double teamed, off to Brown. Reed as Ramirez jumps out on him. Double team again. They're double teaming Brown, it seems like almost every time. His pass broken up. Ramirez in trouble. Puts up a shot. Strong defense by John Thomas. There's Thomas. Thomas has 5, and it looks like Ramirez may have rolled his ankle. Never fun.
No.
Ankle and leg cramps are the worst. Worst non-serious injuries.
Yeah, especially when you're our age and it happens at 3 in the morning when you're laying in bed and in dead sleep. Clay's got a big game tomorrow. They're going to travel over to Oakley. Got a quick turnaround.
Oh, that will be a good game.
Yeah. And it was a tight game a couple of about 3 or 4 weeks ago here against them.
Shot no good. Cameron Matthews, the junior, is checked in for Middleburg. And it looks like Caleb Locklear, the senior, going to get some playing time for the Blue Devils.
And you and I are hoping that he doesn't come in for Alex, but I'm thinking he might.
He should just launch it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you and I, that's what the fans like us think.
Thomas looked like he was going to launch that from the right sideline. It'll come out to Amarian Brown. Back to Thomas. He'll go along the baseline, and a foul going to be called, and it'll be 2 shots coming up here for John Thomas. Yeah, that game next week, scheduled 6 o'clock tip-off, will be on the air about 5:45. And then we'll take a short break, and we'll come back, and we'll have the boys' game for you. Looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, and I know we were here. I was here last year with you guys. That was such a great boys' game. Came right down to the wire.
I know the girls' game last year wasn't that close, but I think this is going to be a closer game this year.
Well, I think it's got no choice to be a closer game. I think they went running clock early in the third quarter. I still have nightmares about London Jenkins even 11 and a half months later.
Boy, she went off the other night.
Yeah,
I think
they
it was
had a
last
really
night.
big win over St. Augustine.
Yeah.
You know, they've had such a tough schedule, and they're so talented.
There's a slip. And here's Thomas. Got it.
This is a really good game for John Thomas. He hasn't got a whole lot of playing time. I hope this is going to give him some confidence and get him some more minutes.
Unofficially, he has 7, and a reach-in going to be called
there.
there.
You're going to see Brown come out now.
Yeah.
And we'll probably see a nice ovation for this young man.
As Elijah Duffy is getting ready to check in for Clay. As we approach 1 minute remaining. Free throw is good. I don't have a 44, do you? For Middleburg?
Looks like I've got Jesse Kelly. No stats listed for him, so we don't know how tall he is.
All right, well, we got
could be a JV kid that got moved.
Well, we got 2. Jesse Kelly has 2 numbers, so I've been calling him at 31. So happens often in high school basketball. There's always that one player you don't have a number for.
Yeah. So we're talking to the Max Preps. They got him listed as 31 and 44.
So yeah, Locklear has come into the game. Duffy is into the game. Thomas, and we're under a minute to play.
Yeah, and the Clay schedule again tomorrow going to Oakleaf. Next week, Keystone, Palatka, and Fleming Island.
Wow. By the way, Alex Brown is out of the game. So he ends his night with 38. I think it's safe to say he's the most valuable player of the game.
Yeah, I think we're going to have, and certainly, probably need to have him over here talking to us a little bit as well. Beaches Chapel's coming up for Middleburg tomorrow night, and then they go to Ridgeview, River City, Interlochen, and then Bradford.
So yeah, stick around. We'll try to get a couple interviews for you post game. As it'll be Amarian Brown at the free throw line. Unofficially, I have him for 3. And he misses the free throw. He's 1 of 3 at the line tonight. 1 more coming for Brown. And it's no good. Pretty close first quarter. After that, it's been all Clay.
Yeah, and I thought we would have a little bit closer game. Obviously, the Alex Brown show happened, and you're not going to lose when he scores 38 points.
Ball bobbled around at the baseline, and it'll be.
And it's certainly one of those games, I think, for Clay. And sometimes, sometimes you're living right. Sometimes you have a great night. Not a lot of teams tonight could beat this Clay High School team as well as they played, especially, obviously, we talked about the performance of Alex Brown.
And that will do it. Clay comes away with a 72-52 victory. And we'll take a break. We'll come back. Hopefully we'll get Coach Jared Moses on the broadcast. You're watching high school basketball on FSB. The United Soccer Alliance is a full-service soccer club for all ages. The United Soccer Alliance will train your child with professionally licensed coaches. And make sure you check out the United Sports Alliance's flag football program. For more information about soccer and the flag football program, go to unitedsocceralliance.org.
What is it that moves you? Is it cruising endless miles through woodlands and wildlife? Or maybe it's indulging on the fresh, local flavors of the South. For some, it might be embarking on a voyage through historic landmarks. And for others, it could mean unwinding on serene waterways. Whatever it is that moves you, Clay County invites you to explore your passion. Follow us toward the path less traveled and immerse yourself in an authentic Florida experience. Visit exploreclay.com and plan your stay today.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Everyone from the time you walk into the door to every part of the process that has been done. When you come in, they're solely taking care of you. Thanks to New Teeth Now, I'm just going to be honest with you, I feel good.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No more gum disease, no more teeth falling out, no more self-doubt. You feel better, you look better, and it's a better way of life.
Back at the Clay High School gym, 72-52, Clay beats Middleburg, and we're joined on the post-game show by definitely the MVP of the game, Alex Brown. Alex, 38 points. Just talk about your thoughts about your game tonight. We loved it from the sideline.
Hey, it was just different. I'm new out here. I just had to put on the show. Middleburg don't know who I am yet. Nobody know who I am. But they about to find out real soon.
Did you know you had that many points? We wanted everyone to get you the ball just so you could get that 40.
I tried to get the ball, but coach was telling me to get the ball. I wasn't listening. That was my fault right there. I definitely tried to get 40. Someone in the stands told me I had 40, but I didn't. I thought I already had 40. So
the game was close in the first quarter, and the second quarter it seemed like things changed. What do you think was the difference in the second quarter moving forward that got you the victory tonight?
I definitely got a shout out to Coach J-Mo. He taught us. He was telling us everything about what all we had to fix, what all we had to do, and he definitely proved it. He told us what to do.
Did you feel any more offensive responsibility when Xavier got in some foul trouble, DJ got in some foul trouble? Were you cognizant of that and say, I really got to step up and I really got to be more aggressive?
I definitely did. And plus, I already knew they was going to try to double team on top and stuff like that with me. So I had to find everybody else on the court. I definitely try to get some more assists tonight too. I'm not just a one-time scorer. I'm an all-around player.
Right.
Aiden Farmer, one of their better players on the team. You guys kept him in check tonight. What do you think led to that? Just outstanding defense or pressure, or what was it?
Just pressure. That's it. It wasn't even good defense. It's like we already knew what he was all going to do tonight. We just had to nail that down, and then they all shut down like a closed book.
By the way, Coach says that you're in one of his classes, and first he was going to get you a hamburger. Then he was talking about filet mignon after the
Then I had to add lobster to it.
Just so you know.
That doesn't sound good, though. I ain't gonna lie.
So, Alex, coming over here, moved over here in the area. I think you were at Westside last year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Just talk about the culture of Clay High basketball. I feel like that they really needed someone like you with that offensive mindset and can really put the ball in the basket. And just kind of tell me how you're kind of meshing with your teammates so far this
I love
season.
them boys. Love them boys to death. Everybody, Floyd, DJ, X, even Aiden, Caleb, everybody. Everybody. They can all be a pain in the butt, but still, I show them love. They show me love. That's just what it is, brotherhood.
Yep. Good to hear.
All right, Alex, appreciate the visit. Outstanding job tonight, man.
Good job.
Fantastic. All right, that'll do it here. I guess any final thoughts here on the game tonight?
Well, again, we talked about it. You don't see kids scoring 30, 38 points. You don't see this a lot in high school basketball. So this is just an amazing performance for us to watch. And I'll tell Alex, I told Ray, in the middle of the fourth quarter, I stopped becoming a coach. He stopped becoming an analyst and a commentator. We became a couple fans.
Hey, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and Doug and I will wrap it up here in a second. You're watching high school basketball on FSB.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Mr. Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Everyone from the time you walk into the door to every part of the process that has been done. When you come in, they're solely taking care of you. Thanks to new teeth now, I'm just going to be honest with you, I feel good.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
No more gum disease, no more teeth falling out, no more self-doubt. You feel better, you look better, and it's a better way of life.
Back at the Clay Gym, along with Doug Dieters, I'm Ray Canterbury, and the postgame we're joined by head coach of Clay, Jared Moses. Coach, first off, congratulations on the victory. Your overall thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I knew they were going to come in ready to go. It's a county rival, it's a district opponent, and we knew they were going to be live. Anytime you bring Florida Sports Broadcasting to the mix, you're going to bring a crowd. So I appreciate you guys, by the way. And yeah, I thought our kids just kind of weathered the early storm. I felt like if we can just get into our offense and guard the ball, we weren't guarding the ball very good in the first half, and that's kind of what we talked about at halftime. If we can just contain the ball, contain Aiden Farber and Jaron Rozier, we were going to kind of maybe open the game up a little bit. I think that's exactly what happened early in the third quarter.
We were talking about it with Alex. It seemed like first quarter you struggled a little bit. What was the difference after that kind of got you over the hurdle?
Yeah, so we weren't really running much. We weren't really the ball was sticking a lot. It wasn't moving, and that's kind of what we want to base everything off of so we can attack off of that. They were really helping in the paint, and we kind of saw that early on. So just try to tell them in the second quarter, just stay patient. Stay with the offense, but we got to move the ball better. And then, a kid like AB, Alexander, that we call him AB, but you just got to get the ball in his hands, and he can do some special things.
We thought he had 38. We thought we were waiting for him.
Well, we've heard official count is 35.
Okay. Yeah,
but he had 19 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
They ran out of room to write it in there. So luckily the third quarter ended.
Yeah.
But Coach, we were talking about it in high school sports. Not often that a kid gets into the 30s, mid-30s. Just talk about how special a night it was for him. It seemed like he just couldn't miss.
Yeah, well, he's done it once already.
Yeah.
He did it at Keystone. And so, yeah, he's talented. And he's young. He's only a sophomore. But there's a lot of things when things get stagnant. And it's not just him. Xavier, Floyd Reed, DJ, those guys. I mean, they're all capable of doing that at any point, any night. So, but yeah, it was just his night. And when we saw that and shots were falling at will, you just got to keep feeding that kid. That's why we kept calling his play.
And just talk about just how overall the youth of your team.
Yeah, we got one senior. We got two seniors, one that plays significant minutes. So yeah, we got a lot of youth. At any point, we'll have 3 to 4 sophomores on the floor at any given time, and a freshman with Aiden Blackwood. So yeah, I'm excited about this group. But we got a tough one tomorrow. Like, this is no time to celebrate this one too much. We got to get a quick turnaround against Oakley.
I was going to say a tough stretch coming up for you, including Fleming Island a week the road. Yeah, a week from now.
Try not to look ahead to that one. We know you guys will be there, but yeah, we're trying to take it one game at a time, and we needed this one.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of a skid. We've been in every game against really good opponents and Nice and all those teams, so it was good to get a win tonight.
Appreciate the visit, Coach.
Thank you, Ray. Thanks for everything you do.
All right.
Coach,
Well,
thanks,
thank you, boss.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, boss.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to wrap it up after this on FSB.
Chubby's Wings are more than just wings. With a great food and beverage selection, Mr. Chubby's is the home of the original Fleming Island Happy Hour, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can catch all your favorite sporting events on the numerous TVs, including all Fleming Island football games on FSB. Before or after the game, Mr. Chubby's has you covered, and they're only 0.8 of a mile from the Fleming Island High School campus. You can order online at MrChubby'sWings.com or call 904-272-WINGS. And while you're at it, let Mr. Chubby's cater your next event. Call 904-272-WINGS.
All right, there's Doug Dieters. I'm Ray Canterbury, and we're going to wrap this one up. Maybe Garrett, you get a shot of the lingering crowd here that's left. Good crowd tonight. Just as we wrap it up, final thoughts on this one, Doug.
Hey, listen, when you have a kid like Alex Brown that has a night like that, you take your offensive game plan and you just kind of tear it up and you say, give that kid the ball. What an incredible night for that kid. I mean, that was
I want to
just
go
amazing.
with the 38.
Yeah, we're going to go with the 38 because I think listen, it was just amazing watching it. Again, we're going to keep harping on it. It just doesn't happen that often in high school basketball where you're playing like that. So just an unbelievable night. And again, you know, Clay, both of them they get right back into it tomorrow. So quick turnaround. Clay's got a really tough game at Oakleaf. If you're listening to this and watching this at home, that's going to be a really good game over at the Palace tomorrow night. I believe it's a Beats theme night. So if you're going to go to the game, wear some Beats theme clothes. Should have a really raucous crowd. It was a really close game here, so should be a really, really competitive game tomorrow night.
That's going to wrap it up here. 72-52 the final. Clay wins it. Big thanks to Garrett Benford. Great job on the camera tonight. Matty Garza on the scoreboard. Doug Dieter is my color analyst. I'm Ray Canterbury. Until a week from tomorrow, we'll be at Fleming Island. You've been watching Florida Sports Broadcasting. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for watching high school basketball on Florida Sports Broadcasting. Make sure you like Florida Sports Broadcasting on all the social media platforms. Join us this winter as we continue our play-by-play broadcast of high school basketball. Tonight's game has been brought to you by the Clay County Tourism Department, Mr. Chubby's Wings, the First Baptist Church of Orange Park, New Teeth Now, the RCC Church, and the United Soccer Alliance.